Okay guys, the ammunition we have to try next is this Hornady Precision Hunter. It's the 143 grain VLDX. I'm almost going to predict that this will probably be the worst group that this gun shoots just because of the twist rate in the barrel. But we're going to see. I might be wrong. This is a pretty long, streamlined bullet. Takes a lot of twist to get it stabilized right. But every now and then, you'll get a surprise, and that 1 8.5 will shoot these bullets. But if we get a bad group, it's probably going to be these. What we're going to shoot now is the center dot top target. Well, we was doing really good on the first two shots. They were almost in the same hole. That last one looks like it might have pulled out about 1 inch, and I was doing everything I could do to make them all go in there, and I thought I was going to be surprised. But even at what we got down there, that's not too bad for that big heavy bullet out of that 1 8 twist barrel. 1 8.5 twist, I should say. I get these two mixed up a little bit. We got an 8 and an 8.5. So now we're going to try this one. See if it'll shoot any better. Same ammo. Bottom target, center dot. Okay, we got another awesome group out of this gun here. I contribute a lot of that in the width of the stock and the weight of the barrel. It's a lot steadier on the bag. Look at this, it's not even moving. I'm trying to move it and it won't move. So it's a lot steadier on the bag, but it has its drawbacks. Weighs 15 or 16 pounds. If you were going to try to pack that out in up in the mountains or somewhere on a hunt, this one would be much more friendlier to you if you had to pack it a couple miles, and it's still going to kill that elk just the same at 300 yards. So okay, what we're down to now is some hand loads. These are the hand loads that I loaded this morning. They're 140 grain burgers. That's what we'll shoot first. And then there's some 130 grain burgers in here. They're under two different powder charges. The 140s, that's a VLD target. I got a 41 grains of 4350. That's a Hodgdon's 4350. We're going to move back up to the top target, but we're going to shoot the bottom left dot. And I'm doing everything I can do to hold this gun still, but it's got a lot of wobble on this big wide bag. Okay, this gun did not like those 140 grain burgers very well. We got two in the same hole, but the other one pulled out pretty far. So let's shoot the same bullets out of this big heavy gun. See what we get. Now when I come down here to shoot these guns for y'all guys, I don't do any rehearsing. There's no, we don't have any scripts. I'll just go by whatever I feel like telling you. I shoot the guns and what we get is what we get. So we're going to move down now to the bottom left target. Yep. That was my fault. Well, this gun did not shoot those 140 burgers any better than the other gun did. So apparently the load I got out of the book this morning is not a very good load for either one of these guns. And we just have to try something else. So we're going to let this barrel cool down a minute. We're going to shoot the other gun. And I did tell you we had 41 grains of Hodgins 4350 in here. And neither one of these guns shot that very good, so that's probably a load that I would eliminate right off the bat. As far as trying to do any more work with that, I'd probably quit. What we're going to do now, we're going to shoot one more group out of these guns, and that's going to be the 130 grain Berger hunting bullet. Now it's still a VLD. It's a long, pointy, slimline bullet. And I loaded it with 39 grains of Reloader 15. So let's see what we get with this one. And now we're going to move down to the bottom right target. Bottom right dot on the top target. There's already a group next to that dot. That's the very first group that I shot at today. That was a sight-in group. So we're going to shoot that same dot, but there is a group close to it. Starting to get a little mirage out there. Okay, that shot much better than the 140s. So that might be the ticket for this gun, is to look for a 130 grain bullet to shoot out of it. So we got one more group to shoot, and then these guns will be done as far as the testing goes. Let's try the 130 grain out of the big gun. Bottom target, bottom right dot. Okay, this gun liked the 130 grain Burger bullets better also, so maybe it was just the Hodgdon's 4350 is not a good powder choice for what we got here today. But that was a really good group, and can't say much more about these two guns. They both shot pretty good. We're going to walk down there, take a quick look at the target, and we'll get right back with you guys when we get down there. Okay guys, we're down here at the target. I'll go over every one of these with you. This top target is from the light gun. The bottom target is from the heavier gun. And I will tell you that I struggled with that lighter gun because it had a narrow forearm on it to shoot these groups. Wasn't nearly as easy to hold it steady as it was with that heavy gun with the big wide forearm and the bag that was made to fit that forearm. So we still did pretty good with both guns. I'm not disappointed in either one of them. So here we go. What we've got, we started out with a sight in. That was the Hornady American Whitetail ammunition. This is the first 3 shots out of the gun. They're right here. We sighted in, and we shot a .880. All right, then I switched over, went to the other gun, and I shot this group right here. American Whitetail, 129 grain Hornady. We shot a .465, and I was aiming at that center dot, and I hit here. I was aiming at that center dot, and I hit down here. Well, that's when I made a scope adjustment to get us closer to the dots so that we could go through the rest of this ammunition and not be guessing and wondering where they're at. So then we moved up here to the top left dot with the light gun. We shot the 120 grain hand load that I made this morning. That was a Hornady A-Max, and we shot a .590. That's not too bad. A little, almost a half an inch, so we got right there. We moved down here and we shot the same load out of the heavy gun, and we shot a .225. 3 shots, same hole. We moved back up here with the light gun. We shot the 140 grain Winchester match ammunition, and we shot a .460. So we got under a half inch with factory ammunition Winchesters. We moved down here. We shot the factory Winchester 140 grain match out of the heavy gun. We got a .320. We moved back up here to the light gun. We shot the Winchester, or the Hornady, wrote Winchester here, but that's actually a Hornady Precision Hunter 143 grain VLDX bullets, and it shot a 1.090. And that's not very good, but that is a heavy bullet for that gun. So it's about what we expected. We moved down here with the heavy gun, shooting the same Hornady ammunition, the VLDX 143 grain Precision Hunter, and we shot a .480. Moved back to the other gun, the lightweight gun. Went to the 140 grain Burger hand loads. I loaded those this morning. It did not shoot them very good. 1.195. So did not like those bullets. We went to the heavy gun, 140 grain bullets, and that gun didn't like them either. It shot them at a 1.030, so not a whole lot better than the lightweight gun. But just didn't like that combination. Might have been too far off the lands, might have been too close to the lands, might have not been a good powder choice. These were all loaded the same, the exact same chamber reamer that built one, built the other, so the chambers are exactly the same, but apparently it does not like this combination right here. We moved to the 130 grain hand load Hornady, Burger bullets. I loaded those this morning too. And right here, the Burger 130 shot a .690. That group tightened up quite a bit compared to this one. And then we moved over to the heavy gun, and we shot a .320 out of the heavy gun. 130 grain Burger hand loads. So there is a lot of difference, fellas, between heavy guns and light guns, especially when you're shooting on the benches. I noticed that the light gun had more recoil than the heavy gun, and partly because the one gun's heavier and one gun's lighter, but the other reason is I put a slimline brake on there to keep everything kind of toned down in size. You don't want a great big fat brake, hanging off of a skinny barrel, but a great big fat brake works better than a little skinny brake. So there's trade-offs when you go skinny and light versus big heavy gun. There is trade-offs. The heavier the gun, the better it's going to shoot on the bench, in my opinion, 99.9% of the time. So this is what we got. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. We did it a little different this time. We had two guns to compare side by side. Same ammo, same day, same temperatures. Everything was the same. The only difference in them guns was barrel weight and the scopes. And I didn't see a whole lot of difference in the scopes. They're both really clear. They both had target dots in them. I shot the heavy gun, I kept it on 12 power. The lighter gun, I had it up on 24 power. They both shot exceptionally well. We didn't have any malfunctions or feed problems, except for the one time there that I had the bolt halfway closed and I tried to push it in, and that messed us up. We had to basically, you have to take your clip out and start over, but that was my fault. Didn't have nothing to do with the gun. And I don't know what else to say other than you can spend more money, but you can't buy a better rifle. If you want to buy a good rifle, you don't want to break the bank. They're still expensive, but they don't break the bank. Call Hankins Custom Rifles and I'll try to take care of you and build you a gun that shoots like these. If it's a long range bench gun, build it heavy. If it's something you're going to pack around, mule deer hunt, elk hunt with, whatever, then you build it light. But it still shoots good. And until next time, fellas, I want to thank you for watching the videos. Ask you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up there if you like the videos. If you don't like them, just don't watch them. And other than that, that's about it, fellas. We'll see you later.